Hello, everybody, and welcome to the third episode. Third?
We did 3 of these.
I think this is the third one. It's the third episode of Tim and Theo review movies, or Theo and Tim
I did it this time.
review movies.
This time I did.
This movie is a request from one of my Twitch followers.
From me to you, I hope you die.
I'm not happy with you either. But this movie is, I hated Killer, by the way, and I hate him now. But this is a horror classic, guys. This movie is following in the footsteps of such classics like Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein, The Wolfman versus Dracula, which I don't know if he actually fought Dracula, but I know he fought Frankenstein, but I didn't want to be repetitive. And of course,
Blackula.
Jason versus Freddy, Freddy versus Jason.
Yes.
And now we have Michael Myers versus Busta Rhymes.
Yes.
And I don't know why this movie exists, but it does.
This shit making people want to jump. I guess.
This is Halloween Resurrection.
Let the dangertainment begin.
Halloween Resurrection.
This was my choice. Like I said, one of my followers asked me to do this, and I should have said no.
Yeah.
I should have been smart and said, I've heard terrible things about that movie. I've seen parts of the movie before, but I had never seen the entire shit salad.
This is the one that he used to, do his thing.
Well, the thing is, once you tell me that there's a rapper in it and a horrible supermodel, me and my girl, we watch Project.
Tyra Banks is in this movie along with Busta Rhymes.
And
she's a tech guru.
Tyra Banks is a tech guru.
She's an engineer in this movie.
Who missed everything.
This was 2002. This was almost peak Tyra Banks.
She didn't even wear glasses.
This was hot, super hot, smoking.
Yes.
She's still hot. By the way, Tyra Banks, I Googled it before this. She isn't married, 49 years old. Hi, Tyra.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Yeah!
Anyway, holler at your boy. But real talk, you cast one of the most beautiful women in the world as an engineer for a reality horror show.
I think they were trying to piggyback off of the whole
Blair Witch Project.
Yeah.
It's very Blair Witchy.
Blue Witchy.
And it's terrible.
Yes. The cameras, you can tell that they weren't filming through the cameras. They did this special effect thing where it was behind their ears and they wore these battery packs. And now we have those in our phones.
It was really bad. I want to just read off a couple of names. Number one, it was distributed by Miramax Films. So they're ultimately responsible for this.
Is that Harvey? That's not Harvey, is it?
No, Weinstein is involved. Yeah, Weinstein was involved in this movie.
You can tell because there was impressionable women on there.
Yeah, they said something. If I remember correctly, I remember watching it and I said, oh, wow, this was Weinstein's production company, or at least he was involved in it somewhere. He's in the credits. That's what I'm trying to say.
Somebody got assaulted.
The story is by Larry Brand. You Should Be Sued. And it was directed by Rick Rosenthal. And you guys are responsible for one of the worst horror abortions of all time.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
It's bad.
There's nothing good about this movie. Well, I mean, you get to see Tyra Banks and what's her face? The chick that's in The Mandalorian.
The Mandalorian. She's also in Battlestar Galactica. Say what as Starbuck. Anyway.
Katie Sackhoff's in it.
She's in it.
The dude from Save the Last Dance.
The black guy from Save the Last Dance had
Sean
the Usher.
Patrick Thomas.
He had the Usher hairline that it just goes, around there. He was like the safe black guy for everything. You know what I'm saying? If you needed a safe black, there was Busta Rhymes and him.
Can we talk about?
And we were afraid of Busta Rhymes.
So let me just give a quick synopsis of this movie. There's no spoilers because if you watch this, you're playing yourself. Congratulations, you played yourself if you watch this movie. I played myself. I'm not gonna lie. I feel bad about wasting 2 hours. I paid money to see this. I bought it on Amazon for $2.99. I rented it.
Subscription that bought.
I paid money for this trash.
Yeah,
I'm so angry.
I did not. Thank God.
Michael Myers has eyeliner on his mask for some reason. I don't understand that.
Well, I think it is because at one point in time, Busta Rhymes wears the Michael Myers mask. So the only way you can tell who's the black one is if there was a black one. So,
It's
you know
so
what I'm saying?
bad.
It's horrible.
So the premise of this movie...
Busta Rhymes wins.
Busta Rhymes karate kicks Michael Myers through a window. In
Full
this
disclosure,
movie.
Busta don't know karate.
Busta has no idea what karates are.
He can make all the noises.
Michael Myers has been shot by this point. Okay, I think this is the 6th or 7th movie. I'm not a Halloween expert. But Michael Myers has been shot, at least by this point, 30, 40 times. Stabbed,
Hung.
50, 60 times. He's been hung, electrocuted, set on fire. They put him through some damage, but he can't withstand a Busta Rhymes roundhouse kick.
Yes.
Nobody ever thought to just kick him in the face, apparently.
Woo-ha!
He had him all in check. It was terrible.
It was pretty wrong.
So let's talk about just a little bit about the movie. Jamie Lee Curtis dies in the first 5 minutes.
Shout out to Jamie Lee for getting that bag.
Yeah,
they pulled that shit out. They said we need a Jamie Lee in this next one, and she was like, I didn't want to do it, and they was like, here's a Brinks truck, and she was like, I'll be in the beginning.
I don't know how much they paid her, but if she got less than $7 million, she played herself as well.
Yes.
They just keep. I don't know.
Basically, what happens in the newer ones.
She didn't go up against Busta Rhymes. That's for sure. Because Busta Rhymes will put you in the grave in this movie.
Yeah,
it's weird. So then, basically, it's a bunch of college students. They're at Haddonfield University, so they can't pretend like they don't know about Michael Myers. They are at Haddonfield University. That's where Michael Myers is from. What is the name of Busta Rhymes' production company?
Dangertainment?
Dangertainment.
Let the Dangertainment begin.
Dangertainment
decides to film the old cliche of spending a night in a haunted house. In this case, they used a Myers house.
It was like when reality shows were like new, so it was everybody looked down on the reality shows. Yeah, we watched that shit like fucking.
It's basically
crack now.
It's a precursor to all the monster and ghost hunter shows.
Yeah.
And, they cast, 10 college co-eds to spend the night in the Myers house. If you go into Haddonfield University and you go to the Myers house, that's on you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I got no sympathy for any of the people that die in this movie.
For some reason, you can get in the house, but you can't get out.
Speaking of one of the people that do die in this movie, one of the first persons is a actor named Brad Sivan. I would like you to put a picture up here. Because he looks just like the guy that edits our videos, Steve Honeycutt. If you could do a side-by-side, that would be great.
Brad Sivens and Steve Honeycutt
y'all look
side
exactly
to side.
the same.
Guys, stop stealing each other's faces.
It's weird.
It's weird.
That's Leatherface's thing.
Yeah.
And we don't want to talk about that movie again.
All right.
Because this one is somehow worse.
It's horrible.
So anyway, they spend the night in the thing, and it just gets worse from there. They're getting knocked off one after the other.
There's a story where the high school kid is trolling like the college kid because a Palm Pilot needs to be shown or something like that.
It was probably product placement.
It was a really product placement. So the high school kid is watching it and he's sending her text messages through the Palm Pilot. But be in mind, cell phones were a thing at this time, so you could just send it on that cell phone.
Yeah. Katie Sackhoff gets decapitated.
Hilarious.
It's pretty funny. Her head does not look real at all.
No.
That's something else that's got to be said. The practical effects, a lot of people shit on CGI. I would have taken CGI.
Yeah.
The practical effects in this movie are trash. Again, Busta Rhymes roundhouses Michael Myers.
The kid from Save the Last Dance doesn't dance.
He don't dance. He gets. I don't want to tell you what happens, but you know what?
He gets stabbed.
He gets stabbed. It's a Michael Myers movie. But come on, guys, it's terrible. There is and I would like a little bit of leeway here if we could insert some of the video of Busta Rhymes' monologue.
Yes.
When after he saved the day with his incredible karate, he gives a whole speech about Michael Myers.
Michael Myers is not a soundbite, a spinoff, tie-in, some kind of celebrity scandal. Michael Myers is a killer shark. Baggy ass overalls. He gets his kicks off of killing everything and everyone that he comes across.
You thought he could act, huh?
It's the worst thing. The writing is terrible.
He could not.
The acting is terrible. There's almost nothing good to say about this movie other than it is hilarious to watch Busta Rhymes karate kick Michael Myers. And it's a full, like, it's not just like he doesn't do it once. It's a full-on karate fight with Michael Myers. And it's
he at one point
insanely
he goes,
stupid.
Whoa!
He does the whole Bruce Lee wind-up shit. It's bad.
Yeah.
This should not exist on any planet in any reality. I'll take 20 Ezra Millers over this.
Yes.
This is awful. And I'm mad that I had to watch it, and I want my $3 back. Theo, what would you give Halloween Resurrection?
I'm going to give Halloween Resurrection, right? I think probably the same thing I gave the first one. I don't remember these things. 1.
I will give Halloween Resurrection a 0. There's no reason to watch this movie.
We can go 0 on this?
I'm going 0.
He should have won.
I'm going absolute 0. If you want to watch the Busta Rhymes Michael Myers fight, it's on YouTube. Just Google that shit.
Yeah, it's really.
There's no reason to waste 2 hours, and it's not even 2 hours.
Here's the crazy thing
like
about this movie.
Minutes.
I watched it like 1.5 times because I fell asleep through it, thought I missed something, and here's the thing: didn't miss a damn thing.
It's the worst thing I've ever seen.
You can watch it from the middle. It's bad. It's horrible.
I would watch an autobiography of Franklin from Texas Chainsaw Massacre before I watch this movie again.
God. Yeah.
That's how bad it is. 3 thumbs down for me.
It's bad.
The worst. Don't watch this. It's as bad as Jason Goes to Hell. That's how bad this movie is. And I'm still mad that we'll never watch that. We'll never watch that because I refuse to watch that movie. It's terrible. It took me 3 days to watch that movie. It's awful. The only reason I watched this quicker is because I paid for it. I only had 2 days. So it's a no for me.
That's not recommended for me.
Yeah. So follow me at Tim Mathis Comedy.
At Theodore Comedy on everything.
There we go, guys. Our next movie.
Yes, because he made me watch this horrible movie, I'm giving him another horrible movie. Creed 3.
The third one.
The third Creed.
They didn't get better.
Creed.
Like, share, subscribe, you dingus.